All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back
Oh,
to.
we're already starting. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we don't dilly dally around here. Welcome back to episode 8.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
8. Dude, you know what's wild?
Yeah.
I thought like by the end of this year, we would have like at least like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
At least by, not even, okay, by now, maybe I thought like maybe like 18, 19. Because last year, we did 26 in
Oh,
one
wow.
year.
So we're actually pretty consistent. Like every 2 weeks
On average, yeah.
we did an episode. Wow.
Because you remember in the beginning we did like one every week for
Yeah, but I mean,
so long.
with like this whole like coronavirus thing, movies don't come out, stuff doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
We're mainly just stuck at home, so not a lot of exciting things can happen.
Can you talk a bit louder?
Not a lot of exciting. That's really funny because as you've been posting clips, right?
Yeah.
And I realized that at the start when you started, like I was a lot louder, and then as the episodes went on, I
You
became
just become like I'm tired of this shit,
yeah,
man.
I like the tone is coming like, and listened to a previous episode, like a recent one, and I sound so dead.
No, I think it's also because when I'm editing, I also artificially jack up your volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because when we record two separate voice clips and then we.
No, but even like the tone change, like that clip you put, I was like, listen, I have something, and right now I'm like, oh, we've started. That's fun.
There was like that enthusiasm was
Yeah.
there, and now it's just
Yeah.
like.
When we started, we were so excited to do this, and
What's changed? What's changed, man?
I don't know, like at that point, like I had a lot less to worry about.
What do you have to worry about now?
So many things.
What?
Taxes. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I had groceries. Did you know when my mom goes and buys fruits are so expensive. Like I'm very hesitant to say it because I can't say it properly. Pomegranate. I said it.
Holy
Yeah, it's so
shit!
I find it very very difficult to say it, but to the people who got it,
Pomegranate, yeah, okay.
pomegranate. Yeah, there you go. So the people, like, you go to Beyond Fruits, right?
The one at General Matange.
Yeah, and it's like 900 shillings, and then you can go to Carrefour and it's like 400 shillings, and you got another stuff.
Can you speak louder?
Okay, so if you go to Beyond Fruits, it's like 900 shillings,
Yeah.
right? And then you go to Carrefour and it's like 400 shillings.
Yeah.
And I was always wondering like why it is. So like one time I went there and I was just like, no, why is this 900 shillings?
You actually asked them straight up.
No, I was just like, like, what is it? Actually, I don't even think I asked them. Like, and I don't even think it was Beyond Fruits, but it was zucchini, and they're kind of the same
Okay,
thing.
zucchini is like
And I
marketed
remember-
towards
and I-
like posh people.
Yeah, and I
anyways.
remember like I went there and it was just like the guy was like, these are from Spain, they're the best ones ever. And then like I bought one and I went home and it was the most garbage like thing I'd ever had. So if you want, I'm not gonna say, but the fruit, the fruit, go to Carrefour. There are better ones.
The one inside center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get better fruits there? I would say.
No fucking idea, man. My mom just.
See this
Can I tell you? I don't know. My mom just goes to Beyond Fruits and just gets them.
Yeah, my
there.
mom goes to Beyond Fruits for like my mom has a lot of different places like she likes to go to for different things.
Yeah. No, I like there's been one time. So you know where Hospital Hill School is?
No idea what that is.
Like next
No
to
idea.
senior high.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. Maybe, yeah, sure.
Wh-
Yeah.
How do you go to one school for 2 years and you don't know its surroundings?
Yeah, the hospital, right? Yeah.
No, not hospital. Hospital Hill School. Dude, the one next to Center Point.
Just say.
Do you
Just
not
say
know?
what you want to say, man. I don't know.
So, like when you're going to Masari from that
Mhm.
back road.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when this was. I think a month or 2 months ago. We went there and I was like, why are we here? Turns out, dude, like the market,
Mhm.
the one that's next to City Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made another one there, but like on a Sunday, and it gets insane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty wild.
And then they also made like another one in right next to DP. Is it Amani Plaza?
Yeah. It's
The one where the Chandarana is.
I
The
think
food
that's called
plus.
Poppin Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Whatever.
that's.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there was always like a market there.
No, but this time it's like this time it was big.
Yeah, yeah, no, it goes like all the way through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's always been there.
And then I was just like, what? Like these things just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I think as of recently, my mom has just gone to Beyond because it's just closer.
Yeah, my mom used to go to those markets like all the time, and then the coronavirus thing happened, and like those markets are filled with people. So she's just like, I'm just gonna go to Beyond Fruits and like.
Yeah, it's just safer.
But yeah,
It's just
so
much safer.
the point is, I have a lot of shit to worry about. You know, fruits, stuff like that.
As
Food.
if it comes out from your bank account, huh?
Well, I mean, I still have to go and buy them and stuff, you know, and I need to like
Oh
have
ho
expenses.
ho.
Okay. But I actually don't have a reason. I don't know what changed over the years, but like,
I think it's just
yeah,
either you've just gotten more comfortable
Yeah.
and now you're just like, now I'm.
I feel like it was more like I was just like, maybe this is super cringe, you know, like me just yelling and like being excited, like, you know, have you watched Tyler One?
Yeah.
Tyler One, yeah, like
Yeah.
that's how I felt like I was before, and I'm turned like
You were like KSI before.
yeah, I was like KSI, and I was like, man, like
wrong-
that's actually one of the
I
reasons.
just gave
like,
the wrong person.
no, that's actually a good example. Like, you know, KSI is all excited and stuff, and
Yeah.
when we started, like, there was a point I enjoyed that type of content. You know, like people were like loud and excited, but now I'm more into like Shroud and like, no, people are just chill and
Yeah.
like it's just a nice. There's no yelling and stuff. Even though I do enjoy Tyler One, I'm not gonna lie. So
I think the appeal of Tyler One is just different.
yeah, there's just something about him that's very. There's just.
It's not the thing is like it's not like when he's loud and all that. It's not cringe.
Yeah, it's not cringe. Like, he just sounds like a very angry person. Like, no, I don't know what it is.
It's like one of those like you know when you go when you go to like a restaurant or something and someone's like mad at the waiter and for I don't know for some reason I feel like obviously I feel bad for the waiter but I'm like I find it the fact that this guy is like so mad and shouting at someone funny.
Is it because it's just like such a tiny thing to
It's
get
just
mad
a
at?
tiny like it's the same thing with Tyler One like it's just a tiny like it's just a fucking game dude.
Yeah, like
You just
the
got
fact
you're
that he's
just getting
getting
killed in League of Legends.
Okay,
That's it.
no, I completely get that. Because even sometimes, you know, when someone doesn't like help him or something and he's just raging, I'm like, that's such a tiny thing to get mad. And the fact is that his chat is always calling him out, you know, being like, why are you getting mad over this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, well, we can.
Well, what a divergence.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was we just got back from holiday, kind of. We didn't get back. What last weekend we went on a holiday, both of us. I didn't even know you were going to coast. Like I literally just asked. You were just like, yeah, I'm going to coast.
Yeah, because no, that happens quite a bit. Like when people like call and I'm just like, oh, I'm not even here, or I'm not, you know, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that, and they're like, oh, okay. And I guess
why did you go?
Huh?
You just went for fun.
Just went for fun. My mom and dad wanted a break, so they took a break, and they can't leave their kids alone, so they took you with us. Although I was very adamant. Like at a point I was just like, I would like to, you know, I'm fine just staying behind and being alone, like in the house and stuff.
I mean, yeah, you can take care of yourself.
So
but you still went.
Yeah, I mean, and I definitely don't regret it. Like it was very nice to be at the beach and, you know, be in the pool all day. It was a very different type of relaxing that I did.
What is it like there at a time like this?
What do you mean at a time?
You know, like, because it's like during a pandemic.
Yeah.
I know there's not a lot of tourists in general.
Yeah.
But like, I cannot imagine coast being just like empty. Even in my head, I'm just like the pool must be so.
Okay, it was actually a really funny experience. So, well, the one place that you would meet the most people would be when you go to eat, but all the tables were like distanced, and so it was like if you go to a restaurant, right? Like there's a divider and everything, and everyone wore masks, so that was pretty good. But like at the pool, it was very strange. So, we went to Southern Palms, right? So they have two pools, and one pool has like a bar and it's like right next to the beach, has beach access, and that's where everyone was. So we went to the other pool and it was empty every single day.
Oh, okay.
We had the whole. It was a joke within like our family that like there was this like, you know, there's that round pool with like the seating and stuff that everyone like can chill in.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I don't even know if I've
Yeah,
been
but
to
like
Southern Palm.
no, but I mean like the concept of the pool.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like you have a round pool.
Yeah.
And we
And then
had
the bar is there.
yeah, like there was a bar there, and we had everything. The difference was that with the pool where everyone else was, like right next to it at 4 p.m. they would have like food and everything, and then the bar was actually like the all inclusive bar. But the bar we were next to was like you have to pay and you have to get it, but we didn't really want anything in the pool, so
Yeah.
we had the whole pool to ourselves, and it was actually pretty. Our timing was pretty good, so the hotel in general was pretty empty.
Mm-hmm.
But then we left like right before the weekend, and on the weekend,
Because it was
yeah,
like
there
a
was
public holiday weekend.
yeah, and on the weekend, a Navratri event was happening, and 800 people were in Southern Palm.
Holy
So we were like, thank God, and that's why my
shit.
parents refused to go on like a weekend because everyone comes.
Yeah,
Because even the weekend before that, like I think Friday was off, so it was like a long weekend.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so even this time they were like, we'll go during the week, it'll be empty, and it was relatively empty. But as it got closer to the weekend, it did become more and more full. But we left at the right time, so
And
it
then
was
you went and stayed at your own place.
yeah. So it worked out pretty well.
That is lucky.
Yeah. No, we spent a lot of time planning this. Like my mom and dad spent a lot of time planning this.
Dude, I can imagine. Man. But I, on the other hand, I went to Mara during the weekend. You know, I like how before when I came here, within a month I was just talking so much shit. I was like, oh, like all the people who went to Mara,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
You become one of the you become one of them.
I became one of them. But the thing is, like, it was kind of as much as so I heard back then, like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like just to get in, you'd have to wait 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I was sent a picture where there was like a gigantic crowd like at the gates to
Yeah,
get in, and it
yeah.
was just like wow.
This time it wasn't that bad. Like it took an hour to get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just feel like I just feel like in general though, this I would feel like Mara is like overrated, you know, when everyone goes and stuff like that. But like this time I feel like I genuinely like enjoyed it because of how lucky we got on like the stuff that we saw. I'm not even joking. We saw like 18 lions.
Oh wow.
We saw like a leopard out of everything on the tree. Like it was just like, okay, we saw it from afar, but saw a leopard from on the tree. It was just chilling. There was like two of them, a mother and a cub. Then we saw like 5 cheetahs
Oh wow.
together. Like literally, they're just like walking, and we saw the same 5 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. That's actually pretty lucky.
Yeah. And okay, so now like I think my brother was just like it's time we don't. I think he took like what I said to heart a bit when I was just like, don't put, you know, like the people who put the pictures of animals and shit like that. So now my brother thinks he got jokes, yeah. So what he did was he's like, okay, I'm gonna show the unseen side of Mara. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? So on his story, he just put like random, like very common things. So he's like, here's the car that we use that we travel in Mara. This is like a tree. And then you know when you go to Mara and you're like having a normal game drive, and then there's like random rocks that are like orange in color and you think those are a lion, yeah. So he took a picture of that and he's like, this, oh, is that a lion? No, it's just a rock, a real heartbreaker. And he's like, this is like a grass, very common to see. Then he was just like, oh, so we had to cross a river. And like the way we had to cross it was not on a bridge, it was like on rocks. And he's like, oh, it's time to see the migration now. And he's taking a video of us crossing the fucking river. And I'm just like, this guy, man. This fucking guy. Yeah, so he thought he had jokes. He thought he had mad jokes. But yeah, I think I enjoyed. We went to like a camp. So first of all, there's not many people like to start off when you go to a camp anyways. Compared to if you go to like a proper like Serena or whatever, then you get a lot of people. No, but we went to a camp. It was fairly empty, in fact. Maybe they were like 4 other.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so we were fine.
Yeah.
That was basically it.
My mom really wanted to go to Mara. Like she wanted to go to Mara more than she wanted to go to Coast, but like eventually like they both decided that Mara isn't really a holiday, because like you have to get up at 6 a.m. and go for game drives and stuff, and my dad was like, I don't want to go on holiday just to wake up again at 6 and then go again at 5 for like a game drive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and Evan, I'm very adamant that I don't want to go see lions and elephants and anything like again. Like I'm done. I've had my
You had your fair share
yeah,
of
I've had my fair share of
wildlife.
Because when we like when I was younger, like we went. This was our favorite thing to do. Like once we went to like Salvo, Serengeti, Amboseli, all of them at one time. Like we went through all of them, and it was just crazy. And I was like, yeah, I don't want. I remember we went to Amboseli and we just saw elephants, and I was like, that was the breaking point. That was when I was like, I'm done. I don't want to see this
You don't want to
anymore.
see no more fucking elephants.
And even this time, right? They took me to Giraffe Center, and I was like, I don't want to go see giraffes. Like, I don't want to go see giraffes. And we went, and then my mom took us to the national park, and we went and we saw zebras and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to see this either. And the funniest thing is, we did all of that, right? And on our road to Mombasa, we saw giraffes and zebras.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so I was just like, why did we go to all these places when you can just sit in a car, drive?
That's because you passed through like
No, I know
Savo.
that, right? But it's just, I'm just so tired of seeing animals. like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
yeah.
That's too funny.
Like,
You can't escape them.
And everyone, like, I've had this conversation before, and I had it with people in the UK, like, they're like, how can you ever be done? But I was like, you haven't lived here. Like, if you go there,
I think it's you can ask them the same thing. Like when you be like, oh, how can you be done with like this famous thing in the UK? They'll be like, because like we've been to it so many times
like,
in our childhood. Like it just loses its appeal or
why
whatever.
don't you want to go on the London Eye for the 100th time? I don't know, because you're done seeing it from like the same.
Yeah.
How much more exciting can it get?
No, but the thing is, the last time we went was maybe 9-10 years ago.
Oh, okay, then it makes sense.
So I think we've gone to Mara like a total of 4 or 5 times. We used to go when I was like smaller, but like obviously less frequent than you did, and then the last time we went was like 9-10 years ago. And
okay, then I guess it's fair. I guess you've probably forgotten what lions look like. So basically they have the face.
I've seen like 18 of them this like last weekend.
Okay.
It's refreshed.
Yeah, I should have told you that before you went to Mara.
It's refreshed my memory.
But I didn't know you hadn't gone in 10 years.
Yeah, I had like a hiatus, and I think it was nice because it like you get that like sense of newness even though it's not your first time.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah. So
are you like done with Mara for the rest of your life? Maybe you'll go in another 10 years.
Yeah, in another 10 years. Like I feel like if I ended up at a point like through random circumstances dating someone like who was not from Kenya, and then like they were like, oh okay, I want to go see animals, I'll be like, okay fine, like we can go because you haven't seen a lion or whatever. And like it's a different experience because it's like you can go see a lion in like the orphanage and stuff. That's even in the Nairobi National Park.
Yeah.
But it's not the same seeing it like in the wild.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we can go. Else you can see a lion and cry about it or whatever people do. Like remember you didn't get the reference. So Zoe Deutsch.
Zoe Deutsch.
Yeah. That's her name.
I don't know if it's
okay, but yeah, so she went to see
Deutsch.
lions, and she started like crying and stuff.
Where did she go?
I think she went to somewhere in Kenya.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she went and she saw.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing like her posting about Kenya or something like that.
Yeah, so she went and she saw it, and like she started crying because it was like she had never seen it before, and like it was just overwhelming for her. And everyone on Twitter just started roasting her. Like, and they were just like, "What a white person thing to do," and stuff like that. And I was like, I mean, why don't we just let people appreciate what they want? Like, if she gets joy in this, like, who are you to take it away from her?
Yeah.
Like, you probably cry over something that you think is beautiful. Like,
not everyone.
Yeah, that not
finds
everyone
the same.
Like, just let people be happy, man. Like,
yeah.
So, Yeah. So I'm just
Each to their own, I
to
guess.
each their own. Yeah. If this gives you happiness, who am I to tell you that your happiness is invalid because I am some random internet stranger that's decided
I mean,
that it's
that's the
invalid.
internet in general,
Yeah.
right? I'm pretty sure someone will be like on this
Yeah.
video, they'll be like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. Now,
What brings you joy in recording a podcast, huh?
Yeah. Like even like on Twitter, I see it all the time. People are always like thinking they're making this like woke statement, but like it's just gatekeeping on a very hard level. Like it's just
Yeah.
like I've decided that this thing cannot be good and this thing cannot give people happiness, so I'm super woke. But
Yeah.
it doesn't always work like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But like sometimes you can also understand.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Sometimes like the idea of you like enjoying something is like so like the idea of that is so like the thing that you're enjoying is so like
I just realized why you're saying that.
why why no
Is
why
it because of the recent videos you've been watching?
Shut up, that's not it. I feel like now the fact that you mentioned it, people are gonna take that out of context and think that it's like I'm into some weird kinky shit.
I mean,
Where okay okay okay
continue. Wait, what you were
I
saying?
fuck god damn it, man.
So you were saying people enjoying stuff that's
No, so like some of the things that people enjoy, the idea of them enjoying that thing is like so far-fetched that I sometimes cannot understand why.
yeah. No, I
Like
mean,
it's not that I judge them like, oh, you're not supposed to like it, but like I just don't find the appeal. I guess again that's each to their own.
yeah, but like that's fair. Like everyone has that. Like my parents, like I sit like whenever I have free time, right? Like I sit down and I play games. I do nothing else, like because that just gives me so much joy, and they never get it. But
Yeah.
like they'll never tell me to stop because they're like, okay, he enjoys it. We don't understand it, but that's
Just let
fine.
it
He
be,
can
yeah.
he can enjoy what he wants.
Yeah.
Because like it's yeah, like I'm not a very big fan of Friends, right?
Neither
But
am
my
I.
sister enjoys it a lot, but and I don't get why she enjoys it.
Neither do I.
But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, stop
Just,
watching
I
this.
feel like you just need to edit the laughing track out one day.
Yeah.
Just show an episode without the laughing track.
I feel like Ross is just one of the big reasons I can't watch that show. He's just so infuriating. It just makes me so.
I honestly don't even know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I mean like where I sit, like the TV is there. My sister's always watching, so you can't help but not watch.
Yeah.
And I just get very mad at Ross. Yeah. I mean, I watched all of Friends, and I don't remember it because I never got into it, but I just watched to see what was the hype about, and
You didn't understand the hype behind it.
yeah, I didn't understand like the hype behind it.
Yeah.
But again, you see, like people enjoy it. Good for you. Have fun. Like life is short. Enjoy what you want. Enjoy what you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic of TV shows now, do you want to do an
Alright.
in podcast review?
I thought we would do the review separate,
Okay,
like
we can
a
do
short
that.
review, and then
We can
like
do
put
that.
it. Yeah. No, I was gonna say it's. I don't know if you've seen this thing on Reddit, but there's this like heated debate where people are like, if you, so you know what neckbeards are, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
So they read
For
someone.
people who don't, what are
I
neckbeards?
can't. I don't know how to explain it. Like just search it.
In the most simplest.
I don't know how to explain it. Like what like you know what it is, but like we know what it is, but how do you explain it?
That's true. Even I'm trying
Like-
to find the words to explain it.
Like it's a certain type of guy who is like very cringily into anime, like to a very very like obsessed level, and they're like they think like they're alpha males, and they're like, man, a neckbeard would be someone who wears a fedora, like the milady. Those would be the neckbeard type, like
Yeah.
people who think like who are entitled, and they're like, I want a female who is this tall, does this, stuff like that. So they enjoy anime to a very intense level, and anime has a lot of young girls that are sexualized by this fandom. So there was so one of the people posted that um just because I'm into this kid character doesn't mean that
I'm a pedophile.
yeah, it doesn't mean I'm a pedophile. And now there's this whole like I've been following both subreddits, and there's like this heated debate where they're like, if you find a kid attractive in the show, there is a possibility you can find a kid attractive in real life. Because like some of the characters that they find are modeled on kids, like so I yeah, it was just a thing that reminded me when we were talking about people liking what they want, and this group was like, so we like kid characters. Yes, we sexualize them. What's wrong with that? Let us enjoy what we want. We're not. It's a fictional character. We're not harming anyone. No, we're not.
What is your opinion on this?
I kind of agree with the fact that like if you like kid characters, like if you sexualize kid characters in TV show, it can
Translate
very
into real life.
translate into real life.
Yeah, no,
I
that's fair.
definitely agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
I've never, and I can say that because I've never watched a kid character on the show and been like, oh wow, this is really hot, or like thought of them in a sexual way. Like a kid character is like a kid character. So that is where I stand. On my smile is very, it's it's very worrying. So I would just like to ask where you stand.
This whole thing is just like, at least now I can justify myself from that whole thing. I don't even want to say it because it's like,
No, you don't have to say it.
but like, yeah, basically,
you agree with me.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you because I've said the same thing to you as well.
Yeah. No, he has very explicitly mentioned that he
Just
does not
because,
sexualize
yeah,
kid characters.
no. But
Like,
the thing is, like, okay, like,
no, you can find them adorable and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
they're pretty cute. Like, sometimes they're really adorable.
yeah, like the one from Demon Slayer. Like
Yeah.
everyone likes her because she's adorable, not
Yeah, because they
not
find her
because
hot.
they want to bang her or something
Yeah.
like that.
So there's a very big difference. But yeah, that was something I remembered when we're talking about people.
Damn.
Because that's like a big thing, and like everyone is now like fighting over it. Like,
Yeah, you know what's the worst one? When like the people who are into pedophilia, they like try to like include themselves into like LGBTQ. That shit is just
I don't think
that shit is
pedophilia is a
wild,
sexual
man.
orientation. Like I'm very like, and like sometimes like you see people on the internet being like, but if a kid consents, like stuff like that. But I mean, like,
But the whole reason is the kid cannot consent because they're a kid.
yeah, like how like don't tell me at 11 years old you had the concept of like sexual relations and stuff like that you can consent to it.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't agree with that.
Like I mean, as a kid, you can just be easily manipulated. You could be like, yeah, just say yes, and I'll give you like a candy or something like that, and they'll be like, yeah,
No,
done.
yeah. There's a whole subreddit that's just literally kids are fucking stupid, and like it's gold, and that should be enough evidence that kids don't have an understanding of the real world.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. So like you need to, I feel like you can't justify it. I don't think you can justify pedophilia to me. Like I don't see any reasoning that's strong enough for me to be like, huh, really? Okay, I guess I see.
Like you wouldn't have a second thought about it.
Yeah.
Like if someone says that
You're a pedo.
I'm a pedo, then you're just like, okay, just say the fuck.
I feel like if anyone sits down and tries to explain to me why like it's not bad, I would just automatically assume you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like I don't see why you would ever go to such lengths
to defend it.
Defend it, yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. So
it's the same way where like if you like just okay, I don't wanna get into it. Just forget it.
All right, that's fair.
Just forget it.
We started this as like a gaming and movie and music podcast, didn't we? And now look at where we are talking about neckbeard sexualizing like
anime girls.
It's just, yeah.
But that falls under Technically, that falls under.
I guess movie with like TV shows and stuff.
Falls under the whole category.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I think we can end it. It's been 30 minutes.
All right. That's
Good,
that's
solid,
good.
short episode.
Yeah.
To mark our return, kind of.
You will definitely have to boost my audio on this.
How the fuck am I supposed to
I
boost
don't know.
audio?
Do whatever you need to do. Listen, if an actor comes and acts in a movie, it's not his job to edit it. He just comes, he does his bit. If it's shitty, it's shitty. If it's good, it's good. I've done my bit.
Okay, fine.
I'm kidding though.
Okay, fine. I'll probably find a way. I mean, it doesn't look too bad.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's actually pretty weird because like I know you haven't been told. Like, no, people have been like, "Can Murtaza just talk louder?" But it's difficult. It's really difficult.
I know you're just generally soft spoken.
Yeah.
As well.
Like
so
it takes a lot for me to just like. There has to be certain situations where I do get really hyped up and I get really loud, but I try to. I don't want to be KSI. I don't want to be known as the Indian KSI. I don't want to be Vic Star. I don't want to be Vic Star.
But that Big Star is like the chillest dude, one of the chillest dudes. So
he's pretty alright.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we can end it there. Thanks for listening. We'll see you.